Welcome back to Frostpunk. In 20 minutes, the first advance party from New London is going to come to our city, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a problem that we didn't get the children's mine settlement up to the maximum development level. But it's time to see what will happen. So T-minus 10. And here they are. Interesting. Trouble in New London. That's no punitive expedition. These are ordinary people. Their delegates are here to ask for help. We fled the hunger and chaos of New London. Everything is falling apart there. Healthcare, the coal supply, even the generator. The administration just argues over what to do and no decisions are made. Help us, please. You're our only hope. Some of our people, recognizing their friends and relatives among the refugees, are embracing them and taking them home. We have no choice. We must welcome them. Of course. That was unexpected. Sorry. So we got more people. Need to build a couple of bunkhouses then. One should suffice, but we have 4 homeless. Yeah, let's go with 1 for now. But that doesn't bode well. Still cannot communicate with them. We do have more wood coming in from Shipwreck Camp. Outpost 11. We heard some people from our city have reached you. What they tell you is mostly true. We lost some crops, had a food shortage, used sawdust, had labor shortages, then a generator malfunction, and things got out of control. To prevent panic, we tried to cover up the scale of the crisis. That's why we didn't tell you. We urgently need resources and people. Our relations weren't good recently, but please, can you help us? New London can't fall. We need to think about it. Time to decide. New London is collapsing and we don't have much time to reach a decision. Before we do it, we can consult with other settlements and we should listen to our people. What we do now will change the future not only for us, but for all people in Frostland. Okay, let's start with the Shipwreck Camp then. What's up, New Paris? Speak your mind. Can you help us with New London? All those wealthy New Londoners are scum. No offense, pal, you're different, but they can go to hell with their generators and fancy houses. They grew too big and the world will cut them down. If you help them, they'll only stab you in the back. Mark my words. In the end, each of us should stand or fall on their own. We say let New London fall. But we owe you and will help you, whatever you do. Thank you. Then Hot Springs. Pardon again. Can you support us against New London? We don't know much of New London, but it seems to us that unlike you, its people failed to adapt to the changed world. If you let their city fall, they will strengthen your ranks and learn your ways. If you help them instead, your people might yet become assimilated by them. The nature is our ultimate judge, and it is useless to dispute her rulings. But whatever you decide, we won't deny you help if you ask for it. Thank you. The children's mine. Can you support us against New London? We are saddened to hear about the plight of New London. It reminds us of the tragic fate of Winterhome. We should try to help them. Some of our children might have relatives there. If we leave them to their fate, many will die, and this world saw too much death already. The decision is yours, but whether you choose to save New London or not, we'll help you as much as we can. We must stand together, or we'll all freeze alone. Thank you. Outpost 11, we read you loud and clear. How is the operation going? I have an answer. We can't endure much longer. Hear us out, we beg you. We treated you badly, misled you, and we were wrong. Although we still believe we are one people, we will respect your autonomy if you save our city. If you refuse, many will die, but many more will flee to your outpost and every other settlement they can get to. You can't possibly accommodate them all. So many lives are at stake. Please, don't forsake them. What is your answer? We will save you. Farewell. Okay. So, New London. New London's economy is in shambles, so we will need a lot of coal to keep them warm. Due to the cold, a lot of their workers are sick, which means that our people will have to replace them. Infirmaries will heal the gravely ill, but to build them we need to send steel and steam cores. Their food economy is stretched to the maximum since the beginning, so a shipment of food rations will be a great aid. Okay. We've heard you chose to spare the Toffs. Too bad, but it's your choice, as we said. Alas, we too will have to face its consequences. We'll send them the workers they need to get on their good side and to keep an eye on them. I know a thing or two about generators, having built a few, so we'll take a look at theirs. Thank you. Your decision to preserve the bigger and more advanced society will affect us all. For good or ill, only time will tell. We believe that if we exert ourselves, we can take care of the food shipment for New London. The other tasks are in your hands. Thank you. Fate of New London. How quickly the mood changes. We were ready to fight New London. Now, many want to help them despite the huge cost. After all, people still have friends and relatives there. On the other hand, if we let New London fall, we could take full control of it, although many of its inhabitants would die. We'd also have to prepare for a massive wave of refugees. To think about it, we've already made our decision. The food and the workers are en route, but we can send them coal. So we need 250 steel and 5 steam cores. And I believe that we are producing that. We have 4 days to do that. Let's set this to produce steam cores. The temperature is still bad. But it's livable, at least. Coal, we are good on that. However, we can use some workers to pick up coal. We have many people who are sick. Do we have engineers? We have 10 engineers. Health. We don't have any ability to build infirmaries, so we'll just have to build 2 medical posts for now. None is gravely sick, at least, so... we could give them rations. I think we'll do that. Need to remember to use this, but we don't have the wood for it currently. We are getting some in 12 hours, but that's too late. What do you guys want for wood, coal and food? Shame we don't have enough wood for that, because that would have been very helpful. Put engineers in here and turn on the heater. Do the same here. Shipment has reached New London. This big shipment of coal you sent us is essential for our survival. The generator is acting up even on the lowest settings, and many buildings don't get enough heat. Now we can do something to keep people warm and healthy. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Let's give these extra rations as well. And I guess we'll have to beg these guys for some food. Need some food. Thank you. And with these guys we also have high favor, so we'll ask them for some wood. Thank you. How's the favor with the mine? High, okay, so we'll ask them for some... No, they don't have steel, so mind. Our coal balance is good. Yeah, so if we had had the mine upgraded, they would have sent the coal for us, but that's not a big problem. I think we'll be good on this, actually. How much steel did they need? 250. 22 being treated. No patients in here, so we can tear this down again. Shipment has reached New London. Sending us the food rations, you've accomplished more than just saving us from starvation. You have rekindled hope among our people. They are still hungry, but we know what it took to deliver this much, and we appreciate this a lot. I'm glad to hear that. Shipment has reached the Shipwreck Camp. We could do the shafts expansion, but it's way too much steel. At least it's going to get a little bit warmer tomorrow. Shipment has reached New London. The workers you've sent us are a great help. Nearly all of our facilities are understaffed. Many of our workers are sick, and even more are weakened by hunger. Your people give us hope that we still have a chance. Glad to hear that as well. No, we're up again, up above 20 again, so we need to keep this open. And the wood has arrived. We needed 5 steam cores, yes. Temperature rising, very good. Let's set this to 8 to 18 and put some workers in here. I think we can just use the heater here. Seems kind of wasteful to use the brazier for this. Now we can use this. It does up it to 0.3 instead of 0.2. And we have 5. Switch to steel. And this is empty, so let's put some workers in the thumper. And now we'll turn on the brazier, turn off the heater, and put some more workers in here. Gaining enough coal that I don't need to put them into extended work time. All our discontent disappeared, that's nice. I think we'll have enough steel to send off that shipment today. That's good news. Here we go, let's send it. Only 10 sick people left. We can just do this then. That patient will go to another medical post. We'll keep the roads in case we need to rebuild these though. Six hours, so it should arrive in the morning. People are generally quite happy. The city is saved. We did it. New London is no longer in danger of collapse. It was a trying time for all, full of strife and discord, but that's behind us now. Despite all the misunderstandings and unnecessary grudges, we saw past our differences and lent a helping hand to those in need. The last city on Earth remains the best hope of mankind, but how long will its people remember the lesson that it was discord, not the great storm, that turned out to be the ultimate threat? that ending actually seemed pretty nice. I don't know if that was the best ending or not, but yeah. That was one heck of a scenario, that's for sure. I thought the last autumn was hard, but this scenario? Crikey. But, as usual, this game definitely does deliver, that's for sure. I cannot even begin to say how good and well designed this game is. It's one of the games that I've praised the most over the time that I've played it, and with very good reason. If you like city builders, and you like a challenge, and you also like the satisfaction of feeling that you've actually mastered the elements that this game has very much in terms of snow, and also conquered the challenges the game keeps throwing at you, then I highly recommend you get this game. Like, really, really highly. I've played probably hundreds, if not above 1,000 games throughout my life, and yet this game, I would say, is among probably the top 10. That's how good I consider this game. So, I will make a series where we will play in the endless mode, as I mentioned in the previous episode. I'm not sure if I want to redo the On The Edge scenario on camera, if I just want to try doing that on my own. Depends on what you guys say. But an endless scenario is a definite thing that I definitely will play, so we get to see the new features of the game in a less stressful environment, hopefully with our own generator, and not a city that is falling to pieces, eventually coming to us begging for our help. I would, of course, have enjoyed to showcase what would happen if we hadn't helped New London. I suspect that would have been quite the nightmare in terms of all the refugees that we would have to be dealing with. And I also suspect that that would end us up in a dictatorial path, because as one of the Allied settlements suggested, that would have put us in a position of taking power and control over New London. But I normally don't like playing evil, and that would be evil. So probably lots of refugees would have died on the journey from New London, freezing to death, and yeah. But for now, thank you all so very much for following the series, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing it. And I hope you also look forward to the Endless series. I'm not sure if I will start it right off the bat, but it will be arriving not too long after this, maybe even the day after. Not decided yet. Depends on what else I have to do as well. So, see you all next time.